Imagine someone gives you only two choices: get trapped in the freezing Arctic with no clothes, or get stranded in the hottest desert with no water. Which one would you choose? Most people answer immediately. They think one option is obviously safer. But once you understand what your body actually goes through, your answer might completely change. Let's start with the Arctic. The first thing that attacks you isn't hunger. It isn't wild animals either. It's the freezing air surrounding every part of your body. Without clothes, your body loses heat incredibly fast. The colder it gets, the harder it becomes to even think clearly. Your brain starts slowing down before you notice it. Now let's switch to the desert. The heat feels unbearable, but the real danger isn't the temperature alone. It's how quickly your body starts running out of water. Your body is surprisingly good at surviving cold for a while. But without water, every single organ inside you slowly begins to struggle. Here's something most people never realize. In freezing weather, your body actually burns much more energy just trying to stay warm. In the desert, the opposite happens. Instead of burning extra heat, your body desperately tries to keep every tiny drop of water alive inside you. At first, the desert feels easier because you're still moving normally. That's exactly what tricks so many people into underestimating the danger. So which place is actually killing you faster? The answer isn't simply hot or cold. Your body reacts very differently to each one. Let's talk about time. In extreme cold, minutes matter. In extreme heat, hours matter too, but not always in the way people expect. Your skin is the first thing to suffer in the Arctic. Fingers, toes, ears, and nose lose heat faster than the rest of your body. The desert attacks differently. Every breath carries away a little more water. Even sitting still doesn't stop dehydration from getting worse. Many people think sweating is the problem. Actually, sweating is your body's best defense. It keeps your temperature from rising too quickly. But that protection has a price. Every drop of sweat means one less drop of water inside your body, and you can't replace it. Now imagine the Arctic wind getting stronger. Wind doesn't just feel colder. It removes body heat much faster than still air. In the desert, the sun becomes your biggest enemy. There's almost nowhere to hide, and every hour under direct sunlight drains more energy. Here's something surprising. You can survive several weeks without food, without water. Your body is nowhere near that much time. Cold usually makes you want to stop moving. Heat does the opposite. It tricks you into moving until your body becomes dangerously exhausted. So after looking at both sides, one question becomes much more important. Which environment gives your body a better chance to keep fighting? Your body has one main goal: keep your core alive in freezing weather. It sacrifices your hands and feet first to protect your heart and brain. The desert doesn't make that kind of trade. As dehydration gets worse, almost every organ begins to struggle at the same time. People often think snow makes survival impossible. Ironically, snow can become one of the few things that might actually help you stay alive. The desert offers the opposite. Sand stretches for kilometers, but none of it can replace the water your body desperately needs. Here's a mistake many people would make. Running in the desert feels like escaping danger, but it only makes dehydration happen much faster. In the Arctic, running isn't much better either. Your muscles burn precious energy, and your body loses heat even faster afterward. Shade can completely change your chances. In the desert, just getting out of direct sunlight can slow down water loss more than many people realize. The Arctic has its own version of shelter. Even blocking the wind with rocks or snow can make a surprising difference. By now, you might think the cold is actually the better choice. Don't decide yet, because the next problem changes everything. Your mind becomes your biggest challenge. In both places, bad decisions happen long before your body completely gives up. Imagine a rescue team is already looking for you. Which place makes it easier to stay alive until they arrive? Surprisingly, that question changes everything. In the desert, every decision costs water. Walking, talking, even breathing faster uses more than you realize. Your body is constantly paying the price. The Arctic has a different problem. If you stop paying attention for even a short time, your body temperature can quietly keep dropping without warning. One common survival rule works in both places. Don't panic. Fear usually makes people waste the one thing they need most. Now think about sleeping. In the desert, sleeping under the sun is dangerous. Arctic, falling asleep in the cold can be even worse. Here's something surprising. Survival isn't always about being the strongest. It's often about making fewer mistakes than the environment expects. If someone gave you warm clothes, the Arctic becomes much less deadly. But if someone gave you food in the desert without water, almost nothing changes. That tells us something important. Water is harder to replace than heat. Your body can create warmth, but it can't create water. 39. So after comparing both situations, one option slowly starts looking slightly better. Not because it's safe, but because your body has a little more to work with. If I had to choose, I'd probably pick the Arctic. Both choices are terrifying, but without water, the desert gives you fewer chances. What about you?